that there are going to be scouts watching his every move, but you look at the roster of both of these teams, and they're really loaded with talent.
A look at the Hoyas starting group. Warren is out there with Hudson. Then it's Trice. Then there's Price. And it's Randolph in at the 2.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Pass to Price. Shoots off the screen. And that one goes long. And the Jayhawks with possession. Hamilton. Randolph grabs the board.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him. Georgetown trails by 4. Taking a look at the Hoyas. They've got Price. Hudson is up there with Warren. And it's Gonzalez in at the 2. No good from Price.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Out of bounds, Georgetown takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Trice is checked in for Harkless. Now here's Trice. He kicks it to Hudson. There's the pick. To the inside. Stolen. And now here's Hamilton, the fast break chance. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure. And the Hoyas making a change here. Randolph is checked in. The Jayhawks shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Here's Trice. Outside Randolph. Now here's Trice. He's guarded closely. And here's Price from beyond the arc. Can't get it to go. And Kansas the other way now.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in. And that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court. Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
You know, Freak just hasn't been able to perform how we're accustomed to seeing him up until this point. I mean, he just hasn't been able to string anything together.
There are a lot of things that might be affecting him. You know, with his reputation, defenses will pay special attention to him, and that might be throwing him off a little bit here in this game.
And Allen Iverson was only at Georgetown for 2 seasons. The way he played, he completely set the college basketball hoop world on fire.
We might never see a scorer quite like Iverson again. For his size, what he packed into that small frame was absolutely amazing. As unique and relatable a guy as we've had.
Here's Randolph. Following the basket by Freak.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Good ball movement here by the Jayhawks. Hamilton can't get that one to fall. Georgetown trails by 6. Trice passes to Price. Outside Randolph. Left side Price. Back to Randolph. Now the dish to Hudson. Just 3 on the clock. No good. And so we conclude the first half. Jayhawks out front, up by 6. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. His play in the second half of this game, critical.
Hamilton, he's in at the point. Also Duncan out there, and it's Terry in at the 4 spot. And for Georgetown, Price is out there with Warren. Then there's Hudson. Then it's Trice, and it's Randolph in at the 2 spot.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
Hamilton, he's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there, and it's Oubre in at the 3. 3 on the clock. Here's Randolph. That one wide left.
Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
Taking a look at the Hoyas, they've got Trice. Warren is out there with Price. Then there's Hudson. And it's Randolph in at the shooting guard position. A platoon swap here for Kansas. And so here's Kansas. 4-point game. Elbow shot is on the way. No good off the front iron. And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Hamilton in at point guard. Also Duncan out there. And it's Terry in at the 4-man position. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing was just a dominant force. And then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. And it's amazing. All of these guys we just named were picked in the top 7 of the NBA draft. And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court. You look at the game so far for Hamilton. He has 8 points and 1 steal. They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Here's Hudson. Trice dishes to Price. It's stolen by Duncan. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop, and it's blocked. Here's Warren. Pass to Trice. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Shot from the low block. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Georgetown trails by 5. Inside. It's tipped, and he recovers it. Here's Hamilton, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. 11 points for Freak. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Jayhawks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
1:24 left to play in the second half. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
I mean, you've got to have more awareness on the floor and not make those kinds of errors.
Yeah, brain fade, brain neutral error, and those will cost you.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Trice.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
Warren kicks to Trice. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending them to the free throw lines than to have them get that good a look.
Jayhawks leading by 4.
You know, sometimes you can see how a player can lead on the floor from the sidelines, and you see that with Freak. I mean, he's got the skills and athleticism as a point guard, in addition to the leadership, too.
And, guys, people often underestimate just how important leadership is. You know, there's no stat for that. But guys like Chris Paul and Steph Curry have incredible skill, but their leadership on the floor is equally as important. Freak is a floor general in their mold.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
There's 38 seconds left in the second half of basketball. The feed now to Warren. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. 2 shots. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And here are the Hoyas now. Here's Trice. Off target from three-point range. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's his fourth team foul. Shooting for the Jayhawks.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game. 20 seconds left here in the second half.
Well, the comeback hopes are out the window now. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, it's done deal. It's wrap time for this group.
Hodges the pass to Joseph. Here's Felix. Laces one from 3. Eight seconds left here in the second half. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
And here's Price for 3. Can't get it to fall. And so the Jayhawks take the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds clock.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.